Hello there, and welcome to Darkest Dungeon. This is actually a game that I have not played ever before, with the exception of a little bit earlier when I was, well, just getting familiar with the game. It is very, very punishing, very challenging, but I think it's going to be pretty fun because this was actually suggested by one of our new members of Reformia, one of our Knights of Reformia. And if you would also like to become a Knight or indeed a Squire of Reformia, then you can just click the join button down below and then you'll get a whole bunch of different descriptions about what kind of perks you get. You also get a really cool little badge as well, and it upgrades as you stay a member of Reformia, basically. So the longer you stay, the better badge you're going to get. Anyway, we're just going to start a new campaign, and I'm actually not going to be playing with any of the DLC. I actually bought this on the Halloween sale the other day because one of my members said I should play it on the channel, and I thought to myself, okay, let's do it, why not? And so I'm not going to play with any of the DLCs, and if I... Actually, wait a minute. Can I actually activate these at any time? I don't even know. But if I can activate these at any time, and someone says, oh, you should probably, put this on or something, then, let me know. But I think that all of this is going to make the game much more difficult or much more in-depth, and we may do that as we go forward if the series is popular, because if no one wants to watch it, then it's just not worth me doing it. But I would very much like to do it just literally because this seems like really, really good fun. And all of your heroes can be renamed to maybe members of Reformia. And the first hero that we get, I'm going to be renaming to the knight that suggested Darkest Dungeon. So we're going to be playing on Radiant difficulty because it is suggested for your first Darkest Dungeon experience. So let's just call ourselves Darkest Reformia. There we go. Yes. All right, let's do it.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss.
Well, I think redemption is going to be a little bit difficult for me specifically, but we're going to try because, let's face it, everything has been destroyed, the caretaker is gone, and we will have to make the journey to the hamlet on foot. Let's do it. Alright, so we have our two little friends here. We're going to get the tutorial, but I already know kind of what to do, so if you don't know anything about Darkest Dungeon, basically it's a dungeon crawler that focuses on the mental state of your characters, and these guys can gain stress, they can gain all kinds of negative and indeed positive afflictions, and well, then you just kind of have to throw them into the dungeon and see what's happening. So let me see, can I go somewhere? Where am I going here? I guess I have to select this. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be moving along here. You can only move left and right, and your torch at the very top here has a very, very important role to play. That's what I found at the very least. If you make sure that this is above a certain level, I think it's above like 70 or 76 or something like that, then you will gain a significant bonus and the ability to surprise monsters. As you can see, this guy has actually been surprised by us, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to use Open Vein on him, which is hopefully going to do quite a bit of damage, and we can take him out. There we go, easy enough. And we are then going to gain items, and these items can be used to upgrade your town, and your town is going to be very important to upgrade, of course. So let's move onward. And my torch is actually going down at the moment, so hopefully that's not going to give us something super bad. But yeah, we currently do not have any torches, because what you're able to do before you go into actual levels of the campaign, you can go to the provisioner and you can buy, with your gold and things, various items that you can expect to be useful in that particular scenario. Anyway, every single character has a different ability as well. So you can see here you got Open Vein, Pistol Shot, and Grape Shot Blast. I found that Grape Shot Blast is pretty inaccurate, but pretty good for hitting multiple targets. So we're going to try and use that a little bit. And these guys are going to do some damage to me as well. Oh, I think that was the highest roll that he managed to get there, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's just continue to smite this fellow down. And hopefully we'll be able to dodge most of the attacks as well. So you can see here that there are 2 bars on our characters, and the first bar, the red bar, is our health, which is self-explanatory, and then the second bar is our stress bar. And the stress bar, basically what that indicates is whether you can take these guys into the next dungeon without you having to worry about them going absolutely crazy. So that's a thing that you need to be a bit aware of. There are a variety of different ways that you can reduce the amount of stress that you gain as well. And, well, hopefully we won't need to use too many of those, you know, because if your people do better, if they actually, you know, kill things and critically hit and things like that, then they are going to be able to reduce their stress over time. So you can see here that we currently have 4 stress each, because our paladin, or what's this guy's name? Reinhold? I don't know, but yeah, if that guy, oh, there we go, he also crit, so that's really nice. So basically that crit has now reduced his stress to 0. So the better that your guys do, the less stressed they will be, which is kind of obvious if you think about it. Anyway, we are now done, and we can return to our hamlet. And there we go. We have collected a lot of cash right there, and we now have some additional things. Resolution. In town will never drink. So this means that Reinhold will not be able to go into the tavern to reduce his stress. And there are a variety of different ways that you can reduce your stress. You can go into the bar, you can go into the church, and I believe there's another way as well, or maybe there's only 2. Not entirely sure at the moment. As I say, I have literally only played this game for about 90 minutes before recording this episode, literally just because I wanted to get a hang of everything, and I don't think we're going to do too well the first time, but you never know. Anyway, on any screen you can press H and so on and so forth, so that's actually really nice. Otherwise, we can go to the stagecoach here and we can recruit some additional people. So I'm going to do exactly that. And what we can do is we can rename people. So this guy is going to be our knight friend that suggested Darkest Dungeon in the first place. So let us... There we go. Yes, you are now in the game. Wait a minute. What? Why? Why'd you do this to me, Darkest Dungeon? It seems like renaming things is even difficult. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, so Manic for money and +5 criticals for ranged skills. That's actually really nice. Plague Grenade is good. Blinding Gas is pretty decent. And also has Battlefield Medicine. Not too bad. Also has some camping skills as well, which will no doubt help us if we ever have to camp at some point. You can also change their outfit colors as well, which I think is really cool. And there you go. So that is our first Knight of Reformia. If anyone else wants to be added into the game, then by all means, join Reformia. There's a join button down below. And anyway, otherwise, there are a number of different other places that you can go to. You can go to the Nomad Wagon, the Graveyard, which I assume shows where all of your guys have died. And otherwise, you can go to the cutscenes and things, I suppose. So there you go. We've now got our other guys that we are now ready to embark with. So let's go and do that. We do actually have a number of items here, though. As you can see, we did just get this. Hellion only. Do I not have it? No, I don't think I have a Hellion at the moment. Whoa, this guy has a lot of stuff right here. Look at that. He's only going to pray for stress relief. Wow, that's kind of crazy. All right, well, I'm not going to give them any items right now because every single item seems to have some kind of downside, which is actually kind of amazing. Okay, so where do they like to be? Okay, so the Plague Doctor likes to be all the way at the back. And this one likes to be about here. I'm going to swap these two around, actually. There we go. All right, that seems pretty good to me. Let's go to the Provisioner. And now, this is very, very important. You can see here that the tutorial is telling me that I should take 8 food and 4 torches. Now, personally, I feel like taking additional torches is a really, really good idea. So I'm actually going to just take like 12 or something like that. I've found that taking more than you need is probably a good idea, but bear in mind that the items that you're taking with you, they are lost when you come back. So basically, you know, these are consumed, and you're just gonna have to deal with that. All right, I'm gonna go for 12 food, and I don't think I need anything else. It is just the second level, well, technically the first level. So yeah, you can see here, your first expedition into the ruins of your ancestry. Be curious, be careful. I will try. I will try. All right, so it seems like our 2 new recruits have already sustained a little bit of stress damage, which is unfortunate, but it's all right. It's all right. Let's continue onward, and then we will then move to this next room. So I have to be careful about the light at the top. As you can see, it goes down relatively quickly, and we can loot this. It's another torch. It's pretty nice. And I'm just going to continue using my torch to try and keep us above 76. I believe it is 76, the level that you want to try and prevent. And as you can see, we have surprised the opponent. Now, surprise, basically what that does is it makes it so that you have more action points, or it increases your speed or something like that. Not entirely sure on the specifics of it. As I say, I'm very much new to Darkest Dungeon theories and game mechanics and so on and so forth. So don't expect me to be extremely overpowered yet. Overpowered yet, he says. Ooh, yeah. Probably not going to be overpowered that soon at all. Yes, anyway, let's have a look here. I'm going to buff someone. Let's buff the Paladin, or whatever he's called. What is he called now? I need to find out what he's called. Alright, so Dazzling Light is going to stun one of these, but we should probably just bash. There we go. Nice damage. And also, enemies, when they're killed, unless they are killed by some kind of damage over time effect or a critical hit, as far as I'm aware, they will leave behind a corpse. And this corpse is something that you're going to have to destroy if you want to get to the people at the back, basically. So you can technically have 4 enemies, like you have 4 allies, as you can see here, and enemies can be at the very back here, and then you're going to have to destroy the corpses to move them forward, if you know what I mean. Alright. So we are going to be able to do some damage. Yeah, Crusader. He's a Crusader, not a Paladin. My apologies, Reinhold. My apologies. Alright, so there you go. 350 gold right there. Not too bad. And we can now loot this strong box. Ah, there we go. We got a crest, onyx, and a shovel. Not bad. Now we can continue onward. Alright, so now this is the map that you can see down here. And basically this map is going to be pretty... Oh, yeah, I went back in there. Ah, how fantastic of me. I'm very good at this, as you can tell. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, you can see here that the map is going to be somewhat randomly generated, and I should have used my shovel there. That was not something that I intended. As you can tell, still very new to the game, and I did not realize exactly what that encounter was. I knew that you can use shovels because I actually bought some. I did buy some. I knew you could do that, but yeah, I was just kind of talking, and talking really did make my concentration lapse quite significantly. But oh well, never mind. Let's just continue to do some damage and try to survive as best we can. Alright, so we've actually done a pretty significant amount of damage so far, and Sleeve is doing an absolutely amazing job right now with the plague grenade, just really destroying this guy. And we're just going to shoot this fellow and take him out. There you go. Okay, we get some additional items there, and we'll use another torch. Torches seem to restore 25 or something like that of your light level, so that's pretty good. Otherwise, here you go. When you have a high torch level, you can see here that it gives you additional scouting information, so you can actually see exactly what lies along your path on the map here, which is really, really useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over here to this treasure room and going to be careful to use torches as we go. Ah, yes. Okay. So now this is something that, oh, that would have been really nice to take actually. But unfortunately, Reinhold is a, well, basically he is a kleptomaniac. That's the word I was looking for. He's a kleptomaniac. So he's basically going to steal things randomly as you progress through the game. And of course, if he dies, then he dies and you have to recruit someone else. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So let's go see what we can do about potentially taking these guys on. Alright, so that guy's actually kind of harsh, the guy at the front, but I'm going to just do AoE with the Highwayman, and we'll see what Sleeth can do as well, because we do have Blinding Gas here, which is a pretty nice stun, but I personally feel like Blight is a really powerful damage over time effect. So we're going to use that a little bit here on the guy in the back. That seems to do quite a bit of damage. And we're just going to take out the Bone Soldier, I guess. Ah, 1 HP, really? Really, 1 HP, really wanted to take him out. That's exactly the reason why I didn't attack the Cultist Brawler, because I thought that the Bone Soldier would be a little bit easier to eliminate. But apparently not, thank you very much. Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to do some damage to the Cultist Brawler now, because Dismas is going to be able to hopefully eliminate them with Grape Shot when he next gets a turn. Hopefully he will be able to, at least. Or maybe not, because we have our Vestal attacking. Vestal is technically a healing class, and we probably will want to use that soon, but otherwise I'm just going to take out the last Bone Soldier. There we go. Alright, another bust right there, and we can loot this chest. Hopefully it's going to be something nice. Ooh, look at that. A lot of gold. Very nice indeed, yeah. Happy with that. Okay, so now we can go to the next room, which is over here. And I should take another torch just in case. Right, so we got to be careful because you never know when there might be a trap as well. Like that. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Is that just me? Well, whatever the case, doesn't seem like there are any enemies here. So don't really need to worry too much about it. But bear in mind, this is just the first, this is just the first level. So, anyway, I guess we'll just continue onward. Is that the sparkle of coin I see? Ah, Sleeth, what are you doing to me? Ah, okay, that's actually not even that bad. Because apparently he stole the gold? I think he stole the gold. Yeah, Manic for money. So yeah, he actually stole the money rather than any of the items. So it's not as bad as Kleptomaniac. Because Kleptomaniac, you steal everything, So that's quite funny. But definitely not so good. Anyway, there's also hunger in the game. So if you don't have any food when you need it, you're going to suffer a lot of stress damage as well as health damage. So having food is really important. And thankfully we do have quite a lot of food right now. Alright, yeah, we should probably go to the next room. This is the last one. No enemies? I'm actually kind of surprised. Okay, so this is where we definitely do not want to use the clearing the obstacle option. Instead, use our shovel, because that shovel is going to make things much easier. Okay, no enemies? Apparently no enemies. Okay, kind of surprised about that. Ah, there are the enemies. I should have definitely used my, should have definitely used my light. Oh, I can use it in combat? Oh, I didn't even realize I could use it in combat. Are you serious? Ugh. That is terrible of me. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's use our Plague Grenade on 2 of these guys. Blight, unfortunately this guy resisted. But Blight is really, really powerful, as I've said. I think it's really good. Otherwise, let's just continue to use Grape Shot. All of them missed. Oh, this might be problematic. Yeah, this might be slightly bad. Yeah. I guess we'll just do damage to the Bone Soldier, just try and eliminate him, because hopefully our Crusader will be able to attack in just a second. The Bone Defender is kind of difficult to eliminate, so I guess we'll just try and kill the Bone Soldier so we can try to reduce the amount of damage that is coming in at the moment. And then we'll just try and do Grape Shot. Wow, hit the corpse. Yes, very good hitting the corpse, isn't it? Okay, well, let's do some damage to the Bone Defender then. Ah, yes, okay. Oh dear. So Sleeth has now... oh dear. Yes. When heroes can't take the stress anymore, they can become afflicted. This manifests in different behaviors and stat changes. Afflictions last until you send them to treatment in town, unless you can reduce their stress to 0 during the quest. Yeah, so now this is going to be problematic to say the least, but thankfully he is still listening to me, which is good, because I had another character in my other save that also went a little bit crazy, but he suffered a different stat affliction and then stopped listening to my orders. So that's kind of great, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so thankfully we're doing so much damage with Blight now because this guy's got 2 stacks of Blight on him. That's exactly the reason why I think the Plague Doctors are some of the most powerful classes. But maybe that's just me. That's just my first initial impressions. Oh, lovely. He's actually attacking my own units. That's kind of funny. Right, well, let's continue to use Blight. Ah, of course he missed. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we eliminated the Bone Defender at least. And see, this continuing to take a little bit of damage here, but that's okay. Blight is on Dismas. If you wish, you can use Anti-Venom. Ah, you can use Anti-Venom. Right-click while it's the injured hero's turn. That might actually be... Is that going to be a good idea? Yeah, why not? Let's use it. And, it doesn't use his turn. That's cool. Okay, that is cool. Just going to shoot this guy. Take him out. Because that guy's going to die from the Blight. So there you go. Alright, so I believe that is indeed a victory, which is actually kind of cool. See, that's the thing. If I continue adventuring now, does that mean I can pick up this chest? Yeah, but I'd much rather go and not take that because I really just want to get out of there and try and prevent anyone from dying. So let's have a look and see what our people are going to gain here. It seems like Reinhold has gained a nervous trait, which gives him plus 10% stress, and otherwise no one else gained anything. Unfortunately, Sleeth is now having a negative quirk, which is unfortunate. Right. Yeah, okay, so here's the next thing. The Sanitarium, okay? So the Sanitarium is here. You can't unlock it just yet, or at least I can't. And what you can do is you can send your people to the Sanitarium, and that can hopefully end up curing some of the negative quirks. But here's the thing. I don't even know whether I need to or want to do that. So I guess we'll just find out. Anyway, here's stress relief. I'm going to send Sleeth into... I don't even know. What does he hate? What is he good at? Manic for money. Okay, that doesn't really do much. So I guess we'll just peace through meditation. Okay, so he's going to go off and do that. And my stagecoach has now some new people. So we're going to get an Arbalest and a Jester. I have no idea what those do. I've never had those before. And we're going to be leveling up our roster here and the amount of heroes that become available every single week. I actually should have upgraded this before I headed in to the first expedition, but that was my bad. And it's not the end of the world, I suppose, but yeah, it's definitely something to think about. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for this episode, the initial episode of Darkest Dungeon. And if you would like to see more, then by all means let me know. If you would like to be someone in my party here and potentially get murdered by all of the denizens of the dungeons, then you know what to do. Click that join button and, have a grand old time. Otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.